House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Hey guys, welcome back to some more ELYSIAN part 20 of our Let's Play. We're closing in on the end now. I think there's only 5 episodes left until the end of the game. If you guys are still enjoying the series, make sure you hit that like button down below and get involved. Anyway, let's head to the exit. And we'll get in the car and hopefully we'll have some dialogue. Trying to beep him in. Oop. Wrong way. Here we go. Absolutely no dialogue so far. Oh, here we go.
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
Brother!
Oops. Oh, is he? Here we go.
It's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers. Shame about Chapman. Garrison Dustin's been trying to nail that sucker for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Bella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
I wonder if Chapman's the guy that was seen in the intro. Origami reminds us of Heavy Rain. Actually, we might cover that as part of the crime series. Actually, Heavy Rain. It is a very good game, and one that I've never actually played myself. I've watched a walkthrough of it on YouTube and was gripped until the end. But yeah, we might get into that. But yeah, we are still a fair bit away from this waypoint, if you like. I'd like to get there sooner rather than later, but hey ho. So hopefully you guys are good and still enjoying the series. I certainly am, but you know, we're 20 episodes in. I kind of want to get to the end now, especially after the climax of the game. You know, kind of just want to get it over and done with. Well then.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Well, that's the coroner, so I'm guessing there's bodies in here.
Do you have a name?
Oh dear.
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
Absolutely horrible. Anyway, is there anything around the back here? Doesn't look like it. It is pretty horrific what's going on. I can't believe they've been moved. That's a family photo.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world and how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
That was horrific.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Let's go and talk to this guy.
LAPD, can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
I need more, Mr. Foreman. Tell me what you know about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
I know nothing about it. I've never heard of them.
Well, we got that wrong. So maybe we have to find some evidence and then go and talk to him again. What's this? I'm guessing it's something around the back, isn't it? There we go, something there.
Looks like the same model.
Anything around the back?
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Is that it? There you go.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Right then. After all that nonsense, hopefully I've edited that out, but we finally find something.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
If you have a message, contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Right then. We'll head there first. We have been warned, so we won't go to Elysian Fields yet. So we'll go to this Rancho place.
Quality beer. Take Linux beer, for
and
example.
see what's going on.
For quitting time. Or any time.
Yeah, I just couldn't find that clue. It took me about 10 minutes.
The welcome relief you deserve. Its high quality taste quenches your
Is he gonna say anything? Maybe not.
all over the world. That's because the world recognizes
Really boring these drives because he doesn't say anything to us. So, really sorry about that.
America's finest beer.
Cool. We're nearly there. Oops.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
So I think it's left up here, and then we should be virtually there, hopefully. Yep, there you go.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
play.
mouth son of a bitch.
Okay, already.
It's not befitting a GI.
We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
It's just weird. And there we go.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
More clues to get. There's no music when we go around here, so...
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Wow.
If we're paying a visit to ELYSIAN and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Pick up your hat, sir. Anyway, we'll get him to drive to the next location, so off to ELYSIAN now. And as he said, probably ruining my career.
You know the way. You can drive.
Bye.
Let's head there.
Where are we headed?
And yet again, no conversation, so just straight off to the next menu. Which is fine, you know, it happens. Let's head in here.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our
Here
cue.
we go.
Thanks, ma'am.
We apparently can't go in that room, even though it's got gold
May I help
handles.
you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Here we go.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. You suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the Police Pension Fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Right then, let's get down these stairs. Is there a phone down here?
Your boss is a
Ah.
fine man.
We should hurry up and propose already.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
What's going on now?
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face delivers love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bin it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
That's Royale.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Right then.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. Oh, for God's sakes! Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that. They can make a claim to the department.
Is he gonna say anything else? Maybe not. Maybe not. Right, whereabouts are we going? Turning right here. Look at that. Oh, I was gonna say look at that professional driving, but
I know what I'm doing.
Apparently not. we've been told to stay away. We're gonna keep going, aren't we? And you know, this is probably going to be the end of our career. Especially if we keep driving into things, because we'll probably die at some point. So, yeah. Anyway, we're nearly there now. I thought we were a lot closer, to be fair, though. Okay. So it's over here. Right. Let's keep going. I obviously just misread the map. But never mind. Oof. But Royale, you know, we knew he was trouble as soon as we were partnered with him, and he's done his best to try and destroy our career to further his own. And you know, he's probably about to finally succeed. He's that close now to sort of having us wiped away from the LAPD.
Whether or not life in the Western Hemisphere has been congenial, it is certain that
yeah, anyway. Oh, God.
I was kind of attached to the paint job, Cole.
I think we need to get out of the car and maybe get this one instead.
I'm sorry, sir. Police officer, I need your car.
That's my desire.
He'll get in, and we'll push on. So yeah, that's the first car we've completely destroyed in this series, but I'm sure it will be the last. Here we go.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Let's take a look at the car.
Okay, I thought we were going to look at the apartment. Oh, let us look in there. Oh. Come on. There we go.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
What's them mosquito things?
Hard evidence. We should advise the APB. He's clearly armed. Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched.
What we meant to do?
Calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously. Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
I don't think we're going to lose him, but we should maybe drive on the left of him. And just as that happens, two cars get in the way. Let's just drive directly behind them. That should be fine. Oh my God.
See if you can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Don't go to sleep on me. Get in close. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here.
Whoa.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Oh! I didn't... I thought we were just going to go and arrest him. Oh, no. This better not take us all the way back. Yeah, it's going to take us all the way back. How annoying.
Chapman's coming out of the laundromat. Shit, he's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Right. So we're going to try and...
I'll call this in, get some cars dispatched.
Crash into it.
Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously. Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Come on, shoot. This way goes right, isn't it?
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. It's no good. We need to get closer.
There we go.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack, Won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Well, there we go. Look at the vehicle damage. Hilarious. Is it going to be 3 stars? Chapman takes his motive and any possible ties to Monroe and Elysian Fields to the grave. So, there we have it. That's the end of that. Should we see if there's any sort of cutscene? No. So, that is where we're going to finish this episode. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you do leave a like down below. It means a lot to me and it really does help out the channel. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.